Hey guys, before we get into things, please subscribe to our channel and make sure you turn on notifications so you know every time we post. And also, head over to our social pages, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram so you can see clips and chat wrestling with us. But now, let's get into the video.
We're right back at it, C2 wrestling fans. Snowden coming at you here tonight. A SmackDown review. If you haven't seen it, go check out the video I had just dropped, a live reaction to the debut. Detroit's finest. Motor City Machine Guns, Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley, finally in the WWE ring. Great SmackDown tonight. We're going to just say that off the bat. There's a little bit to get to. I'm going to touch lightly on the Motor City Machine Guns because there's another video you guys can all go check out. It was great. Love to see them in a ring, WWE ring. Presentation's fantastic. They look fantastic. Setting up a number one contenders match next week. I'm looking very forward to it. Motor City Machine Guns, what else can I say? Love to see it. It was, again, a solid episode of SmackDown tonight with some in between stuff that I did not expect, but turns out to be fantastic. I didn't think Jey Uso would show up this quick on SmackDown, but Jey Uso comes out beginning of the show, faces down with Solo Sikoa. Now, Jey Uso did say something during this little face down with Solo Sikoa and the Bloodline that I loved. Solo was standing there, Jey Uso looking right at him, looking at the Bloodline. You can hear it in Jey's voice. Jey is very great on that mic, in my opinion. The Bloodline, Tama Tonga, Tangaloa, Jacob Fatu. Why did you go get these guys? Don't you think there's a reason we weren't with them? That's great. That only adds to the madness that is this bloodline, the craziness, the beasts that are Fatu, Tangaloa, Tamatanga, the entire bloodline. I thought that was a great segment. Again, a little bit of a surprise by seeing Jey Uso on SmackDown tonight for me, but I loved it. Then, backstage a little bit later on, we end up seeing Jey Uso again, but we're going to touch on that in a few. Again, there was a bit on SmackDown tonight. That, I believe, led into the first of two triple threat tag team matches, which both set up number one contenders matches next week. DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns. That's going to be fantastic. We got another tag team match, kind of changed around tonight. Nia Jax supposedly teaming with Tiffany Stratton. Rumor was behind the scenes she was sick. I don't know if that's true or not, or if that's storyline, but what it did was it introduced us to Candice LeRae tonight, who got a win over Bailey. That is fantastic, I think. That's a good name to see on TV. Candice is great. I think Indy Hartwell is great as well. So if you can get them involved on SmackDown a little bit more, why not? That's fantastic. First ever Speed Women's Champion, Candice LeRae. We did also get a little backstage segment by Randy Orton tonight with Nick Aldis. Now, Randy Orton, upset, frustrated, demanding, challenging Kevin Owens to Crown Jewel. Nick Aldis reluctant to give him that match. Orton wants it. Kevin Owens clearly attacked Orton last week on SmackDown. He has not been around since the attack on Cody Rhodes. He has been releasing videos online on Twitter, only propelling this rivalry, this trifecta, all the way up there. This has been great so far. I personally would love to see Orton and Owens face at Crown Jewel. I think that really fits the bill. That's a great matchup. Orton, of course, pissed off, wants revenge on Owens for turning on him. Kevin Owens seemingly is kind of playing up this contract storyline, but I don't know if that's going to quite go all the way there. We'll see. But this is great stuff. I think what this does is it allows you to hold off on the rematch of Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes for a little while. You can kind of back that up. Survivor Series coming around, perhaps it happens there. But I think you can use Orton and Kevin Owens facing at Crown Jewel as a stepping stone to get to Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes facing again for the championship. Now, I think that match should take place at Saturday night's main event in December. So if it were up to me, I would somehow hope they can stretch this that far without it getting dry, things like that. It's a little bit of ways away, so I wouldn't be surprised or upset if that rematch, Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes for the championship, happens at Survivor Series, but I would like to see that get pushed a little further. This is all also, in my opinion, again, a lot of our opinions, leading up to the eventual turn of Randy Orton, who will take on Cody Rhodes. That very well could even be a WrestleMania matchup. We are not quite there yet to know. If Roman ends up facing The Rock at WrestleMania 41 in Vegas, that kind of leaves Cody open to potentially new competition in Randy Orton. That is the match we're all waiting for being honest. Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, I'm not sure who would get the win in that first bout between them, but down the line, I think we are setting up the idea of Orton realizing Kevin Owens had a point. He was right, this, that, ultimately turning on Cody Rhodes. Now, this isn't rocket science. I think we all can kind of predict this to a degree. But again, I'm loving it so far. I think it's been great stuff. We then, tonight, close the show with Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. Now, before we get there, like I said earlier, little backstage segment. This was a little unexpected to me. Jimmy Uso and Roman Reigns show up, jam into some music, walks out Jey Uso right in front of Jimmy and Roman. Smiling to Jimmy, Jey sees Roman, not happy. Roman sees Jey, not happy. Jey goes to walk away, but Roman pulls him closer. I'm proud of you. Jey's the Intercontinental Champion now. Roman, in a way, without saying it, just really acknowledged Jey Uso. Now, Jimmy is asking Roman what he's going to do. Roman said he's going to go out there and acknowledge Solo Sikoa tonight. So we get a little one-on-one stare down between Roman and Solo. I wasn't sure if we were going to quite get this, but we did. Where Roman acknowledges Solo Sikoa. But now Solo says this isn't enough. You can't just acknowledge me. You got to acknowledge me as your tribal chief. Roman, reluctant, little bit of discourse back and forth. Roman Reigns getting loud, over as could be. It is fantastic to have him on weekly TV again. Let me just say that. Roman then has Solo Sikoa do the snap. Out comes the bloodline. Fatu, Tonga, Tama Tonga. They come out, and Roman gets the upper hand. Beats down the bloodline. Takes them all out for about a minute. And then Roman sees something laying in the corner. That chain, that necklace, that gold, whatever you want to call it, we call it the Ulafala. That is valuable. And Roman Reigns picks it up, goes to put it back around his neck, and Solo Sikoa hits him with a good old low blow. Have a nice day. Solo Sikoa and the Bloodline come in and take out Roman Reigns, ending with a Samoan spike by Solo to Roman. This now, in my opinion, clearly sets up Solo versus Roman Reigns in a singles match, potentially in Saudi Arabia at Crown Jewel. That also fits the bill to me. That card is starting to shape up, in my opinion. 2 title versus title matches. Nia Jax versus Liv Morgan. Cody Rhodes versus Gunther. If you then add onto that card the Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa match, alongside of the match I forgot about because I'm rambling here for 10 minutes, but I just mentioned it earlier. Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. Sorry, brain fart for a moment there. But you have that 4-match card already. Maybe we see another match get squeezed in there one way or another. Maybe we get 2 matches. Who knows what we really see in Saudi. These Saudi shows are generally larger exhibitions, but this is shaping out to be a pretty solid show, despite maybe not having title defenses. Hopefully, they add the tag title #1 contenders, the winners next week, DIY Motor City Machine Guns versus Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa at Saudi. I would like to see that, but I would also like the Motor City Machine Guns to face them, start feuding with them, but not win the belts quite yet. So we'll see where they go with that. But with that said, as I already mentioned, next week, it's the Guns versus DIY #1 contender. We also got next week Andrade versus Carmelo, best of 7, the final match, I believe. LA Knight, special referee as well. Going to imagine the winner of this match gets a title shot against LA Knight, potentially becomes champion, in my opinion. I think that might be the way they go, is switching this title around. But we are already shaping up for a great episode next week. Maybe we get some more Jey Uso, some more crossover with the Bloodline. It's been great so far. We'll be right back with you. Friday Night Smackdown, Monday Night Raw, hopefully NXT. We are looking forward to it. Snowden, C2 Wrestling. Go down below before I leave and comment on this video. Tell me your thoughts on SmackDown. Subscribe. You'll get more content from C2 Wrestling. Go online, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. We got a lot coming your way, guys. October, we're getting through it. More coming at you. Till next time.